What's up, everybody? It's Devontae. I'm back. I say that like every couple months, but it is what it is. If you don't know, this channel is about self-development, growth, and anything that I find interesting along the way on my journey to becoming whatever I want to become. Next month will be 1 year of me pursuing a software engineering degree online. So I've made the pivot from biology to tech, and I'll talk a little bit about that in this video. But you clicked on this video because you want to hear what a Gen Z, I'm 25, so I'm probably a geriatric Gen Z. You want to hear what a Gen Z has to say about the job market and employment in general from my point of view. I'm currently employed, and this is my second technical position, and I'm a repair technician, repair laptops and send them back out to K through 12 schools. Before that, I was in technical support / customer service, supporting a tax software. That's my story as of the last year about my progress in employment. First and foremost, it's completely subjective. I can't come on here like some creators do and discount things that people say. To the people that say it's rough, they can't find work, partially, I get where they're coming from. There have been three core tenets to me, not only keeping employment, but finding employment whenever I left a job. And that has been upskilling, working more hours, decreasing my vices, and speaking to people. Nothing that you won't find on another motherfucking video that's about jobs. First, let me show you something. Anyone that's in IT is familiar with this. Now, although I'm going for programming, I had to come to grips with a real reality. I'm capped at how much I can do responsibility-wise until I have more skills. Do I wait until my degree is over and complain about how much I'm making now? Or do I learn more about technologies and practices in IT until I can get into development, which is a bit more niche and I would say difficult to get into from my experience? I heard the voice of one of my favorite YouTubers, Anton Daniels, and it says, ¿Por qué no los dos? Which is, why not both? I work a 40-hour job. I'm also learning new things in these positions and taking advantage of them. So a lot of people will go to jobs and just work them. We're still in the tenet of upskilling. Take advantage of all the opportunities your job has. That's not just the medical insurance. That's not just the PTO. That's also the development reimbursement, tuition reimbursement. If they have it, go take it. Go to a community college and take more classes. And of course, this is more so to the person that's in my position that probably has a job. There are some of you who don't. I get that. Working more hours is another one. I used to pull easily 60 to 70 hours at one job, and I had a second job when I was at the plant. If your job has more hours, it is more oftentimes than not easy to do more work at the job you already know, more projects or overtime, than try and get a part-time job. Think about this. What is overtime to you? Overtime is time and a half. If you're making $20 an hour, that is $30 per hour more that you work past your 40, as opposed to a $15 an hour job, which works out to, if you did, 10 hours of that, that's $150. You did 300 at the other job. Well, Devontae, I get taxed at a higher rate for that overtime. True, but it will still be more and less time than a part-time job. So working more hours, think about that. Do it for now. Stack your bread now. Because if you think shit's bad now, you don't like your job now, understand this. The older you get, it's not going to get better. I've been on my own since 2021 or 2020-ish, somewhere in that area. And I can tell you, people who are my age probably already know, it does not get easier. Working more hours and taking advantage of all the opportunities, all of them, that you have at your current job. If you work at places like Amazon, Walmart, they have programs that give you money when you go to certain schools. Oh, I can't work 40 hours. Yes, you can. You have the time. You have to know how to segment it and break it down in a way that you manage it better. And how can you track something that you don't write down? Like, you're not going to improve something that you cannot record. Decreasing vices. This is an easy one. If you're somebody that likes shoes, like me, and clothes, I had to stop that. Full stop. Think about it like this: if you're a brother, you're a guy. Who the fuck like a girl? I have talked to the same types of girls, with or without nice clothes and shoes. I'm sure you've heard that time and time again. But think about that shit. You're wearing a watch, you're wearing a chain that you really can't afford. You're driving a car. This is another big one. The cars, bro, you don't need it. You do not need a car loan. Trust me, I got a car loan regrettably initially, and then I ended up paying it off sooner. I have a car that I'm gonna drive until the fucking wheels fall off. Hopefully, no time soon. Get you a cheap car if you don't have one, and just save yourself the heartache. You might really want it, but you don't deserve it yet. What I've been doing and how I've been responding to the job market doing X, Y, or Z. I'm not passionate about IT. I speak to people every day that are smarter than me and do more than me in this field. And let me tell you something, I just soak it up. But you know what I am? I'm smart. Smart enough to know what to do and who to speak to. And that brings me to my last one. Speaking to more people. I have spoken to more recruiters in the past year than I have in my entire life. Obviously, I'm 25 and I don't have a degree. They have thrown more opportunities at me than I've gotten applying to jobs. So if there's a specific discipline that you're good at, you need to speak to recruiters. If you're not visible online, change that now. If you're applying to jobs and that's all you're doing, you're missing out on valuable insight and assistance in the job search. They're going to let you know how marketable you are, what will make you more marketable, and how to expand your network. I'm not somebody that likes to do small talk. Be completely fucking honest. I don't like people just fucking talking to me for no reason. I have a million and one other things I'd rather be doing than having senseless conversations. What I've learned is there are organic ways and professional ways to get closer to what you want. Leverage that. And a lot about how you're going to go about speaking to people is just increasing the amount of literature that you intake. Increase your vocabulary, okay? Learn how to speak without ums and ahs. Take a pause. Learn how to have a nice cadence that people can follow. Interview well. There are so many courses and so much free information out there. Upskilling, working more hours, taking advantage of all of the opportunities your job is offering you, decreasing the amount of vices that you have, and speaking to more people. You don't have to be a people person. I'm not a motherfucking people person. You don't have to like it. You just need to be good at it. That, my friend, is how you should respond to anything happening in the job market. It does not delineate, it does not take away, it does not minimize what you're experiencing right now. But life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how the fuck you respond. That's it.